So go for it when ready.
Yeah, I saw somebody say that in chat. I was like, that makes so much sense.
So go for it when you're ready.
All right, so we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, play. So here we are, game one of kind of the precursor series to the show match. They did kind of play 2 show matches here. And we're going to have Bomber, the Green Terran, at the left position again on dual site versus White Raw here on the right. So same spawning positions as we saw last time around. But, of course, this match was actually played before the ones that we just casted. Unfortunately, some of the replays in this set were lost. So the players did agree to play another complete best of 7, and this is just some of the remaining games from the original series that do have some of the missing replays.
Yeah, and what the players actually offered to do was, since they both kind of messed up, they lost the replays, realized it was their fault. Shoutouts to Torch for helping out as much as he could in that situation. What they did was actually split the prize between the 2 show matches. So the winner and the loser both agreed that, okay, well, since we screwed up, I'll take just $75, and then the other $75 will be fought off for the second show match, which you've already seen. So up to this point, we have $75 under the column of Bomber, and depending on how this series comes out, we could have a split pool, where if White Rod did win this series, he could walk away with $75, or Bomber could be a complete baller, win this one too, and walk away with all of the money. So we're just going to have to wait and see how this plays out. Again, big thank you to Nation Voice. They're doing a giveaway. If you are watching on the VOD, it is not too late, as we'll be choosing the winners of that for Monday night and announcing them Tuesday on the iCCup Map Series. So you go to Facebook and like both the Nation Voice page and the iCCupTV page, or you can go to Twitter and follow us and Nation Voice. Both of those are just, go to the respective URL /Nation Voice or /iCCupTV. And we'll be choosing winners from that to win a headset from, gotta make sure I say this right, the Plantronics GameCon 1 headset and 2 15-slot Ventrilo servers, free for 3 months from Nation Voice. So check them out at nationvoice.com. They gave the prize pool for this tournament, and they've been complete ballers. They've been sitting in chat answering questions, so shout out to you guys once again, making Heartache with my hands. And yeah, I'm really excited to see the bonus footage from the lost show match between these 2 players, because that last series was pretty epic, and we just get to see more.
And more is... So some people say sometimes more isn't better, but they don't know what they're talking about. Especially when it comes to White Raw versus Barman. This SCV kind of getting caught in the mineral line there, but White Raw not actually able to pick that SCV off, despite the fact that he had a little bit of an opportunity there. Nice juking there by Bomber to avoid this Zealot kind of using the SimCity. The SCV will take the flash there.
He kills the critter in rage.
Take that Scantipede.
Get that Scantipede out of my face. I can't believe I didn't get that SCV. I'm just going to kill this innocent critter. Oh, what a mean Zealot. What the hell? He's a ranked disciple. His teacher needs to discipline him. Do you see what I did there?
Yeah.
I'm so clever. But we've got a 3rd gateway on the way for White Raw. So we got 3 gates so far. We've got a starport and a tech lab on the other side for Bomber. So we've got a 3 gate up against potential Cloak Banshee. With no sign of a robo so far from White Raw. If Bomber does go for this cloak, it could do huge amounts of damage. He is floating the factory over. Looks like he will just have about 200 once the starport finishes and floats over onto this tech lab. Is he going to go for cloak? It's a big question. If he does, he could do just amazing amounts of damage. Bomber, you're killing me, Bomber. What are you going to do? Cloak! Oh, and White Raw drops a Nexus at the same time. So the robotics facility is going to be delayed even further. Wow, Bomber. Bomber has the possibility just to catch White Raw completely off guard here.
The robotics facility is on the way, but White Raw did go for the 3-gate expansion there. Still hasn't turned his gateways to warp gates. There they go. Didn't really have enough money to actually use those warp gates anyway, so not the end of the world, as he was throwing down the robotics facility. Also going to be adding on a pylon here at the natural expansion. It's got a probe hanging out here in the middle of the map, but the cloak is about halfway done. The Banshee also about halfway done, and the robotics facility only about halfway done.
Okay.
And it's going to be down to the wire here. White Raw's got to get this observer out as fast as he can, or he's going to lose a ton of probes, and consequently the game. So
he's making a Raven as well, so we could see him following up with that same Marine Raven Banshee push. And the robotics is done. What is he making? It is an observer. Whew, White Raw, but it is rallied all the way across the map. Oh no. This Banshee comes in at the right time, and that observer is very far away. This could be trouble, but it looks like White Raw is in a good enough position to hold this off. As he's going to have this observer. He's only got one stalker. That could be a little bit of an issue. Sentries
try to tickle this Banshee to death.
You can tickle it to death, but if you micro, the Banshee can actually do quite a bit of damage there. Observer is out. He will be able to chase the Banshee back up into the main. 3 kills on it so far. This Banshee not doing as much damage as we might have initially thought, but still taking out a good number of probes. 6 down. Ooh, Banshee barely slips away. So White Raw did a pretty good job of holding that, considering that he delayed his robotics just about as much as he possibly could have. One of the things that happens in that situation is a lot of times, if the Banshee comes in at the wrong time, your observer is all the way across the field, and you have to make another one. So you can wind up losing a lot of units in the meantime.
Yeah, and that Banshee just barely getting out of there, and they do say Banshees are born with 8 kills, so this one is going to kind of be the ugly duckling in the Banshee family today.
Oh, fun times.
I think that's a sister Banshee.
I think that's a tastosis later on. Is that right? Yeah. As I completely make up a word?
I think it's an artosis thing. It's mostly artosis there, but
so
I think artosis is the one who's been bullied by Banshees more than everyone else.
Oh my god!
These are coming off the line.
Every single
bit by bit prime.
I don't know. Almost. This includes tanks, Banshees, and Ravens. This isn't quite a bit by bit prime, but it's still just so much fun to go bit by bit prime, even though he's not even on prime anymore. That is never going to cease to be fun. He has a point defense drone, 2 Banshees. We saw him pull off this timing attack earlier, but not with the SCVs. So there goes the cloak. Point defense drone should be going down. There it goes. 1 Colossus on the field. White Raw needs to make the maximum effectiveness of this, but it's way up in front, taking a lot of damage. There's still a lot of Marines on the field. This tank is still completely blasting White Raw. Ooh. And
that Banshee sister still doesn't get any kills.
Yeah, neither of them got kills, actually. So the twin Banshees there getting a little bit denied by the Marines. It's pretty mean, isn't it? White Raw, it's tough with that Colossus. You need to kill as many of the Marines as possible, but he didn't have the range upgrade yet. As you could see, they were walking up really close. And the 2 tanks with their amazing range can also take down the Colossus quite effectively. So it's very hard to micro in that situation with just the 1 Colossus and no range. And the SCVs just adding insult to injury as there are more units for those Colossus to cut through. So there's a really well executed timing there by Bomber, catching White Raw completely off guard.
Yeah, so